Good evening, everyone. Sheila here in Boho Daydreams, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. It's been a bit of a challenge today. I don't know. I lost my Facebook Messenger, and then it told me I wasn't connected to Wi-Fi, but my data wouldn't work, and I don't know. It was just a mumbo jumbo. So I posted something in my group and asked if anybody else was having problems with Facebook Messenger. And most of you weren't, but my beautiful friend in Spain, she was having huge difficulties with Messenger. And my other beautiful friend in Canada was also having problems with her Messenger. So it was kind of strange that so far away that we were experiencing the same problems. Anyway, it's all fixed now and I'm back to almost normal. It's really hard when you think that you're messaging someone and then it's not going through, and that's happening over and over again. You wonder, like, what is going on? Anyway, I had a few cups of coffee and I made several sets of dangles, and I got my new cup out. I'm going to show you if I can without, I guess I can't. I'll be spilling. I'm going to spill my coffee if I try that, so we're not going to do that. But it's a really beautiful cup that I got when I think I was in Grants Pass when I picked this cup up. And it's another one of the Pioneer Women cup. It's super beautiful. Coffee tastes amazing out of it. Anyway, I've been super busy making some dangles, and I thought maybe I would do a few with you because there's always something different that I do, because I find something new that I really super like. So I think, you know, maybe I can share that with you. So I'm not going to go over all the tools, because the basic tools, I'm going to link that in the description box. So these are the tools that I find are essential. Then there's the wire, and I love the 20 gauge wire. And I also have a video out there of the findings that I use and where I find them, and the good, the bad, and the indifference of, you know, some of the things that you'll encounter when you're trying to find good quality findings. So what I do is I cut a bunch of wires. I always have my wires cut. I always have the loops on them. So that way they're just ready to go. I don't have to fuss around with cutting wire. You know, I'll do that in a night, and I'll cut a whole spool of wire. And then I take, and before I start, I add all my little gold beads at the end so that all my wires are ready. I'm just going to show you a little peek at some of the dangle sets that I did create. All of these are claimed, by the way. Look at this one. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty in the daylight. Can't really see the beautifulness of it, but they sure do sparkle. There's that one. And then there is one that is in just blues and cobalt blues and the darker blues. It is also so, so, so pretty. My light, it's evening light, so it doesn't, it's not very bright, so I'm hoping that the lights I have going are sufficient. Then I also did up, because I was asked by several crafters if I would prepare some Christmas dangles. And so I did, and they super look like Christmas. I couldn't even believe it that they could look like Christmas. Like when I look at this set, I'm like, wow, that's Christmas. There's also the beautiful seafoam green set. And let me see, what else do I have here? Oh, let me see. And this one here is a package that I created for a special crafter but it is not going to be available. I don't have enough of the beads in here to make this one available. It's very beautiful though. It's the deep reds to maroons. But I love them all, to be honest. And so do you, most of you. Some of you might not. But I have a lot of beads that I can make strands for you now. Again, I've gotten more beads in. For a while, I didn't have enough to string up bead strands for you all. And so I was hoping that I could get more beads, and I did. So the beads that you see me using, these are the exact same beads that you'll find in different strands. I mean, there's so many beads that you're never going to have all of these beads in a strand, but you have all the beads that I show you. They're the exact same beads that I put into my strands. All right, so I've got some pink ones here. Oh, I should show you how I have now organized my findings, and it makes it so fast. So I got one of those little tool drawers that you pull the drawers out of, and I've put the different sizes of things in here. And so I've got my 5mm crystals in one, and then I have my 6mm crystals in one. And you know, you would think that there's a huge size difference, but truly there is. Look at that. That's the difference in size. I also have in here all my little sequined clear rondelles, the clear crystal rondelles. And there's a couple of different sizes in there. And then I have my bead caps in one, and my spacer beads. They're the elliptical ones in another. And then here I carry all of my beads, my pearls, other beads that I absolutely love to use in my dangles. And here is a lot of, all of these are from pearl necklaces. So I discovered them on my journey. I don't usually find glass ones, but I did. So I have now incorporated them and put them into this little container. And this container is one of those container sets that I got at Michael's, and they're generally like $55 or $60. And they had a clear out special on them, and were like $14.99. And so I got two, thinking I'd never use them, but I wish I'd have got more, because this is how I packed up all of my beads to travel. I had one of, because they all fold into a nice big travel case. They all stand up in a travel case. And so I had my pearl beads, I had these, I had everything in all the colors, different colors sorted of beads. So it was really easy for me to, I'm making pink dangles, and then I would just pull out my pink package like that. Anyway, so that is what I did along the way. That's how I occupied my time when I didn't have any Wi-Fi. And so, okay, so we're going to make some dangles here, and I'm going to try and stay in frame. And what I also do is, with my bead caps, I actually dump them out and spread them out like that. And I do that with some of these too, because there's two different sizes. So I want to be able to see what I need easily, because they're time consuming if you're not prepared. So this is how I do it. And this is how I do it just sitting over there. So in here I have my little daisy spacer beads, and I've got the two different sizes in here. I've got the smaller ones, and then I have a little bit bigger ones, and you can see that. And I just pick them up. Whoops. And I have my glasses on, so I can see what I'm doing now. So I just pick a couple of them up. Depends what I'm doing. And wouldn't you know, this one probably doesn't, oh, there it is. It didn't have a proper bead hole in it. And I want to do this big bead right here. So I put on a spacer. And this one, I always know it's so big it needs to have a little more gold. Let's see if I can find a bigger There we go. I'll try that. This one might not work like this. And then I pull out a few of these. Just makes it easier for me. No, don't like it. I'm gonna go with a smaller one. There we go. And this one I'm going to add one of my smaller little, and this is how I do it. I go through here looking for what I need. Here's one. Let's try this one. It's a little one, and that's what I want. Whoops. I'll grab a bigger, yes, and pop on a gold bead on top. Yes. And then I set them off to the side because it saves time. If I grab my pliers, then I can just do up all the beads at one time. So let me just grab. I never have a problem with this when I'm sitting over on the other side. So I'm going to just try this. Sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't. Let's see, I might need a bead cap on the end. I hope everyone is enjoying the beginning of November. I know that we do, we're going to be doing the time change here pretty quick. Everyone loves the fall back, don't we? We love fall back. You know, I can't do these without my glasses on. Just doesn't work. Those tiny little holes, you know. Just going to tilt my camera a little bit this way. And I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm just going to work. I love this look. And I use it a lot now. This. I put the collar, the rondelle, I always call it a collar, but it's the rondelle, rhinestone rondelle. And then I put the little elliptical in there, and then I take a tinier little gold bead, and I do that. I love that look. All right, let's do another one. Let's see. They don't always need the bead cap on the bottom. Sometimes they don't. But when they're a little bit of a bigger bead, have more space on the bottom, then I do. Then I add that. Let's see if this works. Oh, yes. I also love this look. And I'll show you in just a second. So I do the little ball, and then I do a spacer, the daisy spacer, and then the bead cap. But then on top I have the bead cap, and then I add one of the ellipticals, and I add the round ball at the top. I love that look. I just love it. Let's see here. We'll do this little heart. Is so cute. Let's see, what are we going to put with that? Oh, there we go. I put that there, and then I'm going to add one of the tiny little, the 5mm rhinestone. Wow. Let me do it this way. You actually don't need to see me putting those beads on. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. I don't know if it's better like this or like this. I don't know, but I sure like it. It dangles so pretty. Let's see here. I do another style that I love a lot too. Let me see if I can remember what I do. Oh yeah. So let's do this bead. I love this bead. I did a set of florals, and I actually have a lot of orders for it, but I just love these beads. Love them. All right, so let's do that. Then we're going to put on one of these. And let me see if I can find if that one works. Ooh, yes. Oops, I forgot something. Let me just grab it. These. I have these in silver and in gold, and I use them all the time. And they're just little metal balls. That's all they are. And I love to use them because I love this look. And then I'm going to pop on another little bead. I do. I love this look. I did the little rondelle, and then I took a bead cap, a smaller bead cap, flipped it upside down, and then put a mid-sized ball on it, and then put another little ball on it. I love the look. Love it. Let me see. What else do we have here? We have another big bead. The big beads kind of get me. All right, let's do that. It's a rather big one. Whoops. I'm nervous. All right, let's see what we're going to do with that one. Oh, I love it already. I love it. Okay, so sometimes I do this. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Oh, no, that one doesn't work. So I put one of these little daisy spacers in, and I take a smaller bead cap. Sometimes it's a little bigger. Depends on the size of the bead. And then I grab one of these. Oh, let's see. Oh, I do like that. Yes. And then I put a little bead on top. I love that. All that gold really is pretty. I love it. I don't know how much you guys love it, but I love it. All right, what am I doing? I'm distracted. Okay, we're just gonna do, oh, this one's cute. He's tiny, tiny. So that one actually can get away with this. See how pretty that is? Doesn't need a bead cap on the bottom. So I'll pop one of these on. Oh yeah, it's pretty. It's already pretty. Let's see if I do this. So this is an experiment. Ooh. Let's see if I like this. I do. I like that. I like that a lot. Because you've got full crystal there that's going to sparkle so pretty. And this is as fast as you can do these if you've got yourself all set up. So fast. Ooh, that's a big one. So I know that one already is going to need. This one needs a bead cap on the bottom for sure. And sometimes when you put your bead caps down and they're a little bit big and they don't fit right on the bottom, and they're banging up against here, flip your bead over. It might be better on the other side. All right, let's do, ooh, let's see if this one works. Ooh, I like that. I like the dimension that gives. I don't like that It's too loose. So let's pop a bead in. Let's pop a bead on the bottom. See if that works. It does, but I'm going to flip it over. I think, yeah, that's better. Now it's not going to be so loose, and it hugs up tighter against the base of the bead. All right, so let's do this. Okay, let's see, what do I want to do? I want to do one of these. Oh, I just love that. Oh, here's a little cup, a little bead cap I can turn upside down. And now I'm going to try one of the bigger crystals. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. All right. So now I've done a set of 10, well, 9. And now I would, oh, yeah, isn't that pretty? Now I'm just going to take and bend them off. And I don't know that you need to really be watching this, because it's just all the same. I have a lot of videos done of how I tie off my beads and whatnot. I don't think I have to explain that. I know somebody's asked me, and I have to practice a little bit, but somebody wanted me to demonstrate how I add a wire to the bottom here, how I would tie off a wire. And I used to do that a lot. It takes a little bit of practice, and especially if I'm going to do it on camera. So it's good and tight. That loop is good. This loop is nice and tight. It's nice and straight. So we'll do one more, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Until next time. I'm waiting for a new camera phone, one that has a pause on it, because I get disturbed quite often, and so I'll end up trying to get the same video done. It takes me a couple of hours sometimes because of the start, stop, start, stop. So I think if I get a camera that actually has a pause button on it, then it will be much easier. So there we go. We have 2 of them done, and it's really fast, really super fast. I'll have all these tied off in no time. And after I have finished checking out my loops, I make sure that they're tight like this. I'll kind of clamp them, make sure that there's no overlap, and I also make sure they're straight. And it doesn't really matter to me how everybody else does them, but I'm kind of a little anal about making sure that my loops are in the same direction. Anyway, I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope that maybe you learned something from this little demonstration, maybe some new fun ways of adding your findings, grouping them together. Have a wonderful night, and I will get back to you guys all soon. Bye-bye.